It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Fins and the Niners on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. Charles, so often it's the quarterbacks that are in the spotlight, and in this game, no different. We have a very compelling matchup. Tua Tagovailoa of the Dolphins, Trey Lance of the 49ers.
We do indeed, and something I'm going to be watching for. Who can get off to a fast start? If you can go out, get points on the first drive, preferably a touchdown, you can really set the tone for the game. And I think that both of these quarterbacks are more than capable of doing just that.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
On first down, it's Mitchell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Throwing again on second down. Lance trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And for all the collegiate success he had, highest passer efficiency rating by a mile, he's a guy who's had his share of detractors at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
I can't hear you.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Tua to throw again. Being chased out left. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Ray McLeod. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Trey Lance and the 49ers set to go back on offense here. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Play action. Now it's Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Shoves him aside. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And some strong running. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Lance to throw it. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Jerome Baker able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gold is able to put it through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
On the return, here comes Chase Edmonds. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Tua sets up to pass it. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Dolphins.
Mike Gesicki on the pass from Tua Tagovailoa.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, It was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
All day.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, Lance.
Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
Six yards left on second down. Throwing now is Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Oh, no.
George Kittle, 52 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
Tua now on first down. Now a short one to Gesicki.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Tua. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for Miami. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half, and they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Lance now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out onto the field.
Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing, and I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Launches deep, a jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Miami. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Chase Edmonds going to take it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10
at their own 18. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Miami.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab.
And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 14-10. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Second and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Well, they brought the lead into this 3rd quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there for the Dolphins.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And that is incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Tua going to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Tua. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Durham Smythe there to make the grab. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted. which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Lance looking to throw it. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. 7 yards, the pickup there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 8. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that nearly intercepted. But it's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
From the gun, it's Lance.
He's going to go up top again.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. Could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. And look at this. It's a fake. The 20. The fake punt works to absolute perfection. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And when they fake it, maybe they're not looking for a touchdown here. Probably just a first down. They got a little more than they bargained for.
Exactly right, because that's all you're aiming for. Pick up the first down, get your offense back on the field. Instead, the offense doesn't have to worry about it because they got 6 on that play.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they catch him napping a bit. They go with a fake punt, able to get it out complete, and then take it all the way into the end zone for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Lance now on first down.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on second and long.
Lance. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long.
Throwing now is Lance.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Able to slither by. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this one all over. But the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
2nd and 11.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike front forward, Mike front forward.
Now a give to Edmonds.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.